Hello and welcome, I'm Mystical, this is Mystical Gaming. We're back in the Watcher Realms and Cuppa's ready, so let's have a look. Events, when we come down here, fantastically it's a Shard Summon event. I love the Shard Summon event, don't do enough of them. So we've now got an epic lord coming in, Vixera. Now she is the new hero that's coming in, who's doing poisons for us and all that sort of good stuff. Now, there's a lot of things this game doesn't do well, and there'll be a lot of things that people will go, oh, this isn't right, don't like this is an issue, all that sort of stuff. But Shard Summon events or fusions or anything like that, this game does remarkably well. Well, they're easy. Whether that constitutes well or not, I don't know. But they're very good to get for players. It's generally a good champion, and generally relatively easy to get. As long as you're sort of logging in and doing your daily stuff, you should be able to get the champion as well. Now, I haven't seen an exclusive artifact for us, so I'm assuming there isn't one, but that's nothing we should be overly worried about. Now, the calendar is now out and about for us, so let's go and have a look at the calendar and see what we've got available. So this is the calendar they've released for her, okay? So you only need 75 shards to actually get her. That's the result, that's not many. There are 80 available in the events, and there's another 60 available for the Oracle's Trial. You don't have to go massive to actually go and fully get her, but if you want more than one copy, possible you could go for it. You would be a little bit short, but normally on the Oracle's Trials, if you get first, second or third, you'll get 10, 7 or 5 additional shards for getting those places as well. But bear in mind, she's only an epic as well, so if your account's fairly well developed, you probably don't need the spare ones anyway. But if it's not, then absolutely this is for you. If your account is young, then absolutely go for this. If you can qualify to go for this event, then absolutely go for it, okay? So she's absolutely brilliant for a young account. Now, a couple of things we want to have a look at, okay? So when we're going through and tying up the things, you've got your Brave Conquests, okay? You'll get 5 shards from a Brave Conquest event. Now, they normally do tie in with Gear Raids 1, 2 and 3 and the Artifact Material Raid as well, the same as we've done here. Just bear in mind, if you've got extra stamina that you're going to use get your shards from the Brave Conquest event, just make sure on day 1 of Vault of the Sands next time round that you don't actually go for it, okay? This is next week, okay? Bear in mind this hasn't started yet. So wait that day for Vault of the Sands before you start chucking in extra stamina, because you want to tie in for your Brave Conquest event as well, okay? Now, it's not just there. As that follows through the Brave Conquest event, you can see that the next one sort of straddles a couple of points. So if on the first one you're missing some bits after Vault of the Sands, don't worry, you've got Mystery of Artifacts. Now, I think from about stage 16 onwards, you generically get more points from Mystery of Artifacts for less stamina. It's a better payoff. So you'll have 1 day left on Brave Conquest where you can tie in Mystery of Artifacts. Then there's a day break. Hold all your stamina, do your summons, all your other bits, that sort of stuff, and just use your daily stuff. We're going for Mystery of Artifacts, or whatever else you have to do. You might want to run and get some experience as well. Now, after that, you've then got 2 days where you've got more Mystery of Artifacts and another Brave Conquest event, so you can tie those in as well, okay? You want to sort of try and double dip your stamina as best as you can. And then at the end, you've got 1 day of the Lost Legacy, and then you've got Gear Raid 3 tying in with the last of the 3 Brave Conquest events, okay? So just sort of be a little bit cognizant of the events that you're trying to tie in with each other to conserve as much wastage and stamina as you possibly can. Now, that's not the only thing. So on the weekend, we've already seen the shards open, the shards summoning available to us. So this weekend, we have got a Spiritual Altar event on, and you've got Arrival of Heroes on. So if you're summoning this weekend, you can double dip there. You can get 10 shards from the Spiritual Altar. You can also get 10 from the Arrival of Heroes as well. And then should you get anyone new and shiny, you can level them up and get another 10 points for the, or 10 shards from the Awakening of Heroes as well. Now, that's where the good stuff is. Now, let's go on to the following weekend, where I think it's a little bit more sneaky. Okay, so the next weekend there's no Spiritual Altar. There is an Arrival of Heroes on, but there's no Spiritual Altar. Now, this is when the Toxic Outbreak event ends. It's going to end on the next weekend, the end of the next weekend, where there is no Spiritual Altar. So you haven't had, we know we're getting Numeria on this weekend coming on this Friday. that would mean, I would guess, I don't know for definite, this isn't a leak or anything like that, it's just me guessing stuff, is that if we're running a poison comp, then these two are going to be available during the weekend of the 23rd, 24th, 25th, when there's no spiritual altar on, okay? But there is an arrival of heroes, so you get 10 shards from that. So just sort of bear in mind what you're doing with your summoning and how you're summoning, and particularly if you're going for this event, all right? Just a little bit something for you to be aware of on what you're actually going for. And then this event goes on, there's another spiritual altar event and an arrival of heroes event. So what they're putting on for that event, I don't know, but there we go. There's a lot going on, a lot of events and a lot of summoning they want you to do. So pick and choose where you want to summon and what you want to go for, and then you can sort of have a look at how many points you're actually going to get from it. Now, the other things to be aware of that we don't really know about is we've got the Corridor of Glory event. Now we've got two on, and they're really close together. So when one finishes on the 26th, you've got a 2-day break, and then you've got another one starting on the 29th. Now, the Corridor of Glory event is great because it gives us our skill crystals, which we want, because I have loads more heroes than I do skill crystals, and a lot more skills that I could do with doing up than I have actual chances of doing them up. So the Corridor of Glory for me is quite a big event. That means I would start now buying stuff from the shop again. Start getting in all those cheap little heroes. Now, what do we mean by that? Let's go and have a quick look at the shop while we're here. So when you're looking for stuff from the shop, I would buy up, and I'm starting to do it now, there we go, I'm buying up all of these that don't cost anything. And when my heroes are full, when you get all these full up, it's not an issue, because when you collect these heroes, they will then go into your mailbox, okay? So you can have all your heroes topped up here, and you've got the next week or so, maybe 2 weeks, of filling up your mailbox, and they're staying there for 28 days, okay? So just something for you to be a little bit aware of, that there is a possibility for you to claim extra ones as well, all right? So, or an extra place you can store these up, because you get more bang for your buck doing the XP for later on. And also, if you've got a bit of downtime, it may be worth doing some XP farming up now rather than waiting till the event starts, okay? So that's a distinct possibility for you as well. Now, the other thing about the event is the Corridor of Glory gives out 10. What it will probably do is there will be 2 sets of 5 within it, and where they will be, we'll have to wait and see until the event drops. But now let's remember, the event is much bigger than it was last time. It's twice as big, although not linear like that. Okay? So from 0 to 10,000 you get X amount of rewards, but you don't get twice the number of rewards going from 10,000 to 20,000 as it goes on now. So I don't know where they're going to drop the 2 lots of 5. Now the event is bigger, there's no previous data to go back on. You can have a look to see where they previously dropped it when the event was only 10,000 points strong, but it may be a lot later on, and you may need to push a lot further into this to actually get the shards that you want, okay? Now that's not the only event that we have to be aware of that's happened to. Obviously we've also got Tales of the Smith. Tales of the Smith event now is much bigger than it used to be, so these shards may be further on. Now, Tales of the Smith event, if you've got a developed account and gold's not an issue to you, that's not going to be an issue. Okay? You'll just smash through it without any thought whatsoever. But if you've got a younger account and gold is an issue to you, have a look at Tales of the Smith event and decide whether you can do it or not. A Tales of the Smith event, normally, I haven't seen the event, so I don't actually know. They normally put out a set of 2 shards, and then later on they put out a set of 3, giving you your 5 in total, okay? If you cannot get to the second one, where it's a 3 set, don't worry about it. Don't do it. Save your gold and wait for the next one and do it all, because getting 2 is useless. Because you'd have to get 2 on each one of those events to get 6, which would only give you your 5 anyway. You're probably better off getting your stuff all the way up to getting the 5 anyway. Okay, so just bear in mind what you're actually doing when you're putting your gold into the Tales of the Smith event. For a lot of accounts are more more advanced, then it's not going to be an issue. You've got plenty of gold and you'll throw it all in there and it'd be no great concerns for you. But if you've got a younger account, pay attention to how far you're going to get, and also leveling your stuff to 12 gives you more points for your gold than it does going from 12 to 16. Okay, you'll get more points, but the chances of you getting there are much slimmer. So start hoarding your gold. This is going to be an issue for you now, and wait for these events to turn up. Okay, so that is it. That's everything we know about getting hold of her. Okay, that's the event calendar. It's out and about on their website. Go and have a look at it. There's the dates available. There she is. Epic champion available, epic lord available. Now, one of the reasons we want to go for her, because when we have a look at other epic champions we've had, and then you have a look at the summoning pool, they're not in there. Okay, here are the epic lords, and a lot of the heroes we've had as fusions or as shard summonings are not in here. If you don't do this event, or if you miss her on this event, then it's not as if you can probably, they might put her in, I don't know for definite, but it's not as if you're likely to be able to come around and get her afterwards. Okay, so get her now while you can, and even if you just get one copy of her, it's not a major issue, because generally the game is fairly good, and particularly as you get on in the game, you should be able to get enough skills to actually, there we go, epic hero soul stones. They are relatively available in the game, and you should be able to get them without too many problems. Okay, the legendary versions of these, not so much, but the epic ones you can get. Okay, right, calendar's out. Start saving now. Just think about what you need and what you're going to do, particularly if you've got a younger account. If you've got an older account, no great worries, but if you haven't, start thinking about it now. Okay, thank you very much for your time. If you could just leave me the old thumbs up, like and subscribe on your way out the door, it would help me out massively, and I'll see you all in a video again soon. Cheers for your time. Goodbye.